Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone, to our Red Dead Redemption 2 Every Horse series. This is the Flaxen Roan Tennessee Walker. I'm really excited to be doing this video because it seems like a bigger milestone for me, as this is the last of the riding horses that we'll be doing before we move on to the draft horses. Really excited to move on to the draft horses because those are some horses in the game that I've always wanted a reason to own or to ride, but just have never really had the reason to, other than a desire to have like a big horse. So yeah, like I do in every video, I'm going to go over the stats really quickly of the Tennessee Walkers, and then specifically this horse, as this one is a little bit unique to the Tennessee Walkers. So the Tennessee Walkers start with base stats of 3 health, 3 stamina, 2 speed, and 2 acceleration. And then at max bonding, all the Tennessee Walkers besides this one have stats of 6 health, 6 stamina, 5 speed, and 4 acceleration. This is the Flaxen Roan Tennessee Walker. Like I mentioned in the previous video, this is actually the only riding horse and the only Tennessee Walker that costs gold to purchase. It costs 6 gold bars, and at max bonding, this Tennessee Walker has stats of 7 health, 8 stamina, 6 speed, and 5 acceleration. So to kind of cover this horse and compare it to the other Tennessee Walkers, I think that this horse, its differences in its stats are noticeable. Even though its health is only one, statistic higher, or one higher, it felt like in combat, the Tennessee Walkers were never really a burden in combat like the Morgans were, but you definitely could tell that they had lower health. It seemed like, towards the end of a gunfight, they were at half health, if not low health, and you'd have to feed them and give it some time to, recoup its health. But this one, even that one little extra health helps so much, and I never had a moment where I noticed that this horse was low on health. As far as its stamina goes, the 2 difference is super significant. I don't feel like I ever got in even long rides that I did, traveling long distances, I never even noticed the bar getting down at all. And then the biggest thing, even though its speed is just up 1 and acceleration is just up 1 from the regular Tennessee Walkers, I do feel like that was another thing that I noticed as well, was its speed and acceleration it felt significantly different, even though statistically it's not. As far as the bravery goes with this horse, I would love to say that it was different, and because the horse costs gold and it's more expensive, that it had better bravery and it performed better in all aspects. But I do believe that from doing this series so far and riding other horses in Red Dead Online outside of this series, I do think that the bravery is set on the breed, not necessarily the difference in price or the different coats within a breed. That being said, I think that I did mention in the buckskin Tennessee Walker video that I felt like its bravery was different, but like I mentioned in that video as well, I do believe that was just a placebo effect thing, where I, really enjoyed that horse, so I took my time calming it when we were in combat, as well as calming it whenever there were predators, and it seemed like it performed super great. But I think that was just attributed to me putting in more effort with the horse than I had with previous horses. So with this horse, that's kind of my overview of the horse. It is, if you want a Tennessee Walker and you want the best one, you got to get this one. The thing that is frustrating to me after having gotten this horse to max bonding and ridden it over the course of the week was, now I am super conflicted as to I mentioned in the previous video that I want to have 10 horses in my stable, and it's going to be my 10 favorite horses from the series. And I mentioned in the buckskin Tennessee Walker that horse would probably for sure make it onto into my stable at the end of this series. But now that I've ridden this one and I can see the difference in stats and performance, it makes me so torn, because I want to put this one in my stable because I like the Tennessee Walkers. I like their size, I like their look, I like their decent performance, but it's hard to justify putting the buckskin Tennessee Walker in my stable over this one, just due to the statistics. I do like the way that this one looks, but not nearly as much as I do the buckskin one. I don't know if anyone really picked up on it since the start of the video, but something I did change was by default, this horse comes with a white mane and tail that sort of matches the main color of its body. And when I first purchased the horse, I messed around with that for a little while. I changed to like a brown and white one that was sort of mixed to see if that looked good. And then the second option was just sort of this, I guess, buckskin color mane and tail. And I felt like it made the horse look a little bit more natural than the white mane and tail does. Because I feel like with the white mane and tail, it stands out significantly. And I just feel like it looks a little bit weird because towards its neck where its hair is, you can see that the fur gets, or the hair gets darker. To me, it just wouldn't make sense that its mane and tail would be white. So yeah, I changed that, and I feel like I like the way that it looks. But like I was saying, I'm just so torn now because I do like the way this horse looks. Not as much as the buckskin one, though. But I do like the way this one performs a lot better than the buckskin one. So now I guess I'll have to think on it a little bit more, and then maybe at the end of the series, I'll have to, buy both these horses again, compare them side by side, and then make a final decision. But yeah, that's kind of all my thoughts on the horse. Performs great in combat. Its statistical differences compared to the other Tennessee Walkers are noticeable. And if that's all you're going for, you want a Tennessee Walker with the best stats, this is the horse for you. I did name this one Roan. It's a boy. Whenever I name a horse, I always just look up like whatever the code is called. I look up that and then horse names online. And there's usually websites that have hundreds of horse names for that coat on there, and I just kind of scroll through them and find one that I like. Other horses that I have in the stable I've also named after like historical figures and stuff like that, but we'll get to that when we get to them. But yeah, this has been the Flaxen Roan Tennessee Walker. I guess I will see you guys all in the next video. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching.